is an Unspoiled Network podcast.
This is Unscrupled, covering Angel, Season 5, Episodes 8 and 9, The Shroud of Rahmon, and The Trial. In these episodes, we get a boring heist and a pool that has a arena in the bottom. I'm not entirely clear on how this shit works. Welcome to Unscrupled. Well, howdy there, bitches.
Howdy there, money.
So, I want to take your temperature on these episodes.
I find these episodes to be a lot of build-up and not a lot of payoff.
For the second one, I feel like I have the reverse opinion. There was a lot of payoff that it hadn't earned.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's accurate. I forgot about the last 5 minutes of the episode.
Right.
Those 5 minutes? Amazeballs. Everything else is like, okay.
Yeah, these were not great episodes, and I get it, you have to do filler, but I didn't understand why Gunn and Angel were even at the heist, because it feels like you could have hired some movers for a lot cheaper.
Yeah, the whole setup is super contrived, and I can see the strings, and it's dumb, and I hate it.
Yeah, it wasn't a very bright spot for Angel. But let's take a leap of faith, shall we? And dive in.
Okay, so it starts off great. It starts off with Wesley really acting his pants off. He is just working it. Like, oh my gosh, he never should have been there. He's the boss, and being all like crazy and traumatized. And it's like, oh my God, something really dramatic happened. I can't wait to find out what this is. And it just goes fucking downhill from there.
I know. It's like, it made us think that there were stakes.
Yeah, there were no stakes.
There were no stakes at all. Like, it's just another MacGuffin that does a thing that we don't want to happen, which is very Buffy season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like we learned anything about the characters other than Gunn is not all that into Angel, but we kind of already have a character who does that better in Kate. So
yeah,
I'm like, what are we doing? We do get Cordy's haircut.
Yes, and man, is that a bad wig.
It grew on me though, because like at first when she was hanging around in the hotel, I was like, this just looks like someone threw a wig on Cordy. But later on when she starts simultaneously going more casual and more put together, kind of like punk rock actual adult style dress, I was like, okay, I'm feeling this, and I don't like that I'm feeling this.
Well, okay, so she stopped looking like an aspiring starlet and started looking like an actual person who lives in LA.
Right.
Because in LA, there's two kinds of people. There's the kind of person who's here to pursue their dreams. And then there's the people who live in LA. And those dreamers drive me the fuck nuts. Oh my God. But the people who are like here to live their lives and not interested in becoming a star. Yes, I'm going to keep doing that. Yeah, they have a very different attitude about everything. And I feel like this is a sign that perhaps Cordy's just going to live her life and stop chasing that imaginary thing.
I mean, I kind of don't blame her for she's always treated Angel's detective agency as her day job. Yeah. Because there's a high turnover for vampire detectives.
Is there? How many have there been?
Vampires don't seem to last very long in this area.
Only because Angel keeps staking them, right. And then Buffy comes and stakes them. Pretty much, Sunnydale and LA don't hang out there, vampires. You higher stake ratio. Just saying.
Yeah, but I mean, she's obviously too qualified to be a receptionist for the rest of her life. And although being a receptionist at 19 is incredible, when we were 19, we couldn't get those jobs.
Yeah. Well, okay, so when we were 19, those jobs were being taken over by people who were coming out of retirement again because Things were interesting.
Because all the money's gone.
Because all that money's gone. So, yeah, there were no jobs for us. And so we went to college instead. And then we came out and there were no jobs for us.
I've kind of noticed. Guys, the economy sucks. Like,
yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to say it. Obama sucked as president.
Blasphemy.
I mean, all the good stuff he's done is being undone by Trump. His greatest achievement is, oh, look, you can shop for insurance on a website. That's going to energize us for a generation, right?
Well, for a couple years.
I mean, it's just... Yeah, it really sucks. Where's ENDA? Where's our union protections? Where's making a living with your hands? Still not here.
Yeah.
And you had a filibuster-proof majority for a while there. You could have gotten everything done.
Yeah, but they didn't. And
so, yeah.
Now it's Armageddon.
I don't mean to rant, guys, but like I feel like in the Trump world, like it's fair to look back and say, okay, what things could he have done better?
Yeah, armchair president.
And yeah, he was better than Bush. Trump is better than Bush.
Wow, that's a bold statement.
Trump has Bush has done a lot more damage.
Okay.
Because he knows what fork to use.
We can argue about this later.
Yeah.
Back to Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Angel. So, yeah, Cordy's super psyched that Angel is doing things other than brood. And
I want her to get psyched about him doing things for money.
Yeah. So, in this first one, he goes with Gunn on some kind of job in which Gunn's cousin is the driver for this ragtag heist team.
This is so fucking stupid. Okay, so there's a really dangerous shroud that apparently is worth a lot of money to someone, somewhere, that they're going to steal from a museum.
Yeah, okay, guys, stealing from museums is always the worst idea because even when your fence says they'll totally buy it, they won't. And then you'll be stuck with a dangerous thing that's worth a lot of money and people love. And there's nothing you can do with it but hide it in grandma's attic and they'll find it in 50 years. It's like a no-win situation.
You think the Scream is ever going to turn up?
The Scream is still in...
No, it got stolen, honey.
God damn it. That's one of my favorite paintings.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Someone swiped it.
I'm gonna find them and I'm gonna kill them.
Oh, well, a lot of people have said that, so...
And see, guys, that's what happens when you steal art. People want to find and kill you, and you can't move the thing.
Yeah. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. Like, whoever's gonna pay this much money, clearly, they would have done some homework about how fucking dangerous it is. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of use for it.
Yeah, it's a blanket that makes you nuts.
I could understand, if their ultimate goal here was to get a bunch of demons hopped up on,
Shroud.
On Shroud and going nuts. That's the only thing that makes sense here.
Yeah, there was no payoff with a bigger conspiracy. There was no payoff in general. It's
and
just the
demons don't know nobody knows what it does, even though the information's clearly out there, because Wesley finds it.
Pretty quickly, too.
I don't know why they need demons to steal it. It feels there's two things going on here. We have that security guard.
Yep.
And
I think of him as Weasley McWeasel. He
could have, they're clearly unaware that it's dangerous if you take it out of the box.
They're clearly unaware that it's dangerous if you're, next to the box. I mean...
They're unaware that it's dangerous, so why did they not just pay this guy a bunch of money and give him a fake and say, swap them out?
Yeah. Why did they have to take the whole fucking box when they're just gonna break the box when they get home?
Also, you don't need demons. I imagine they're more expensive than regular hitmen, but maybe not because they don't have social security numbers and because of the way they look, they can't really get hired. So.
Oh, yeah. But, okay, so they had all those demons because they're super strong to carry that lead-lined gold consecrated box bullshit. By the way, if that box had actually been made of consecrated wood, none of those demons, especially Angel, would have been able to touch the damn thing. Their hands would have started smoking.
It doesn't make any sense,
it was
writers.
So stupid.
It was really bad.
So bad. Why?
Yeah. And then Kate is here for some reason.
Yeah, she's shoehorned into the plot.
Did Did Leslie make an appearance?
Trying to think. Yeah, I think so. He, like... Because they're trying to set the stage for what happens next episode. So he might have, like, dropped in to say, hey, the way to get Angel is to stop by this thing and foil something. Or I don't know. But someone tipped Kate off. Oh, yeah, no, it was her fellow cops who tipped her off. It's like, hey, your boy's been hanging out with demons. We've got pictures. And I have no idea where they got those fucking pictures, because he was not outside with all of them at any point.
Right.
Yeah.
So the episode goes down like this. They meet... Gunn's cousin has a tip, and they're going to... he's been hired as a driver, and they're going to knock off a museum.
Yeah.
Which is not that difficult, I've heard. Well, in that museums don't generally have the spy movie security that people claim they do. That's usually a rent-a-cop and some glass.
So, hint, guys, museums actually don't have that much funding. They
you know how they stole the scream?
How?
They broke the glass.
Yeah.
You know what else?
Yeah.
The museum was open at the time.
So they just walked in, bam, take walk.
Right. By the time security was aware, like, they'd gotten away because, like, you know, they just walked out.
I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you.
So, yeah.
Security theater, guys. This is what happens.
I mean... So, yeah, they're going to steal this shroud. He puts Wesley and Cordelia into figuring out what the shroud is, and his cunning plan is he is going to find the vampire that has come in from Vegas on a bus, which seems really dangerous, especially in the desert sun.
Yeah, not only that, if he's supposed to be such a cool high roller guy with, like, the hair and the rep and stuff... Why is he taking a bus? Why doesn't he have, like, a limo or some shit? Or a driver? Or just a car?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, Spike had a car. This guy could have a car. Who takes the bus from Vegas unless you're on a turnaround trip and you're going to be really hammered?
I don't know. And so he kills this vampire, takes his sunglasses, and he didn't take his shirt, though. He was just dressed poorly that day.
Yeah.
David Boreanaz does not look good in yellow.
Does anyone who is Caucasian ever look good in yellow?
A few people do.
Like 2.
But they can't have any Italian or Irish heritage, or else their skin looks really weird in shades.
Yeah. I've got some pink and yellow undertones.
And I kind of don't care if that's racist, guys, but, like, if you're wearing a pastel or a bright yellow or orange... If you're Italian, I can see it. You know why? Because your skin looks green. If you're Irish, I can see it. You know why? Because your skin looks pink.
It's true. There's a reason I don't wear pastels, guys.
Uh-huh. So, I mean, like, keep that in mind when you're putting your wardrobe together. And try not to look like the sun.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that pastel teal is your favorite color. Move on to a nice, brown turquoise combo.
If you're going to do... pastels, you need to do it goth style and put on some makeup. Just saying.
Yes, you gotta have that dramatic thing. Anyway, back to Angel. So, Angel shows up and decides that he's gonna blend in with these guys, and we get a really refreshing thing where David Boreanaz gets to act.
I mean, I thought it was kind of hammy.
Of course it's hammy. He's a ham.
Against the tone of the show, but at least it's something.
At least it's humor.
Yeah.
If this episode is going to be this grade A suckage full of boring, at least throw some funny in. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't feel like the humor's really aged well, though.
Oh, no, not at all. But, it was there. They made the effort.
It's like watching old Saturday Night Lives. I know people talk about the golden years in the 70s and 80s, but, like, no... You need to not look at the highlight reels and watch an actual episode. And it's
it's one moment of good amongst 45 minutes of, that's uncomfortable.
Right. And it's not like now where you need to know a whole bunch of references to understand it. Like T'Challa on Black Jeopardy, which was fucking brilliant.
Oh my God, I haven't seen it. Anyway.
But what I'm saying is that humor evolves. And, there's a reason why there were so many dick and fart jokes back in the day, because those were shared points of references. But now we have the internet and memes and, like, especially with the Marvel brand of humor, like, we're sort of trained to pick up on other things. just by being out in the world. So they can tell more complicated jokes that don't necessarily involve farts or gay panic. So
yeah. We now have a monoculture. Congratulations!
Can you tell I'm not excited about this episode because I keep going off on tangents? Because
I can tell that, actually. I'm
sorry, guys. Like, I tried really hard to, like, set it aside and just, like, enjoy it for what it is, but it's just...
No, this episode is legitimately... It's not even bad, because then I could enjoy its badness. It's just ho-hum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just boring.
Yes.
So, yeah, he kills the vampire, he takes his place, finds out there's no password. And it seems like the crew they have their inside man, which is a security guard. They have Scabby Demon.
Yeah.
Who looks like, I don't know, hard to describe. But then they had the Pink Demon, which I was actually kind of into. Mostly because of the facial hair, the way he had, like, those, the weird, like, really long kind of Gandalf beard, but on his cheeks.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a really good detail, and it was a really good concept. I didn't like the actor who was doing it. I was like, can you just, like, model it and shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
So, so the plan is their inside man's going to let them in. They have some nitroglycerin for some reason, which Hollywood has decided is just a magic boom liquid.
Magic boom!
How does it go?
Magic boom!
Okay, that's our new ringtone.
But yeah, they okay, so you skipped part. The last man on the team shows up, and it's the driver, and lo and behold, it's not Gun's cousin, it's Gun.
Yeah, because...
And Angel's real sideways, because he told Gun to sit out this one, and Gun was real salty about that.
Gun, I was so into you as a character, but it's not being done well. You need to learn to delegate. Like, you have expendable people. You have people you need to lead who are relying on you to be alive and lead. You can't do that if you're going on these undercover missions. You need to send expendable people. Like, it drives me fucking insane. If there was something like, if they could have had a throwaway, like, no, he knows what I look like. Well, I look like you. Or something like that. But no. Like, they're just two black people. They're not even the same height.
Nope. Not the same height, not the same build. They've got different facial structures. Whole thing is...
different cadence in the way they speak.
Yeah, and apparently no one on this team has met anyone else on this team.
That's so fucking stupid.
So stupid. I hate everything about it. Anyway, So they decide to go to the heist. They get in. I'm not sure how, because I didn't care at this point. They walk around. For some reason, Gun, as the driver, is going in the goddamn museum with them.
I don't understand it.
You're supposed to wait in the car! Have the engine running. They're going to come out in a hurry with the box. Also, what the fuck kind of car was he driving? Because it's got to be a big truck. If it's not a big truck, you cannot put that case in it.
Where were you going to put that?
Yeah. They said that case weighs like 1,000 pounds or some dumb shit?
It's a fucking Oldsmobile.
Yeah. I can't put that in my pickup.
I don't think I can fit that in my
pickup.
SUV.
Right.
Even with the seats down. Like, that just ain't happening.
And also, that Shroud, super light.
Yeah. They
could have folded it up and put it under their shirt or something. It would have been fine. They were already crazy.
Right.
It's fine.
So, so they break in. They go through the vault by drilling a hole and then putting some nitroglycerin in. And, like, there's just way too many people involved here. Oh, and then we have the other security guard.
Oh, yeah. They tie him up.
Right. Which they really shouldn't have done.
Right.
Because they have revealed that Discount Quentin Tarantino is... in on it. So now he's been burned.
Well,
so you have to either kill him or be willing to accept, like, you're on the lam for the rest of your life. But you can't do that off a fifth of 2-point-something million.
Okay, no, they faked the other guard out by holding a gun to his head, and then the other guard got knocked out. So, I mean, he didn't know that...
Did he get knocked out?
Yeah, they totally threw him against a wall, and he was unconscious.
Okay, so that's one of my pet peeves, is that knocking out doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So...
well, that's how they do in shows and movies. And...
well, they need to stop doing it. It doesn't work that way for drugs, either, but at least I'll accept it. Like, yeah, they gave you a drug.
It is actually super hard to go unconscious.
Sorry, guys, we're back. We had to deal with a noise issue coming from the other room. And, yeah, so that's not how unconscious works. But I guess it makes a little more sense now.
Yeah.
Also, the security guard is really dumb, because there's no way he's getting out of this alive.
Oh, yeah. Why would they share their money with him once he served his purpose?
That's the thing about the man with a plan. Once they have the plan, they're expendable.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. And, okay, so still don't know why everyone's a demon, but whatever. They, go through, they get into the vault with the box, which apparently if you change the heat of the room, it sets off an alarm or something. So Angel goes there and just rips the wires out of the fuse box, which also not a thing. Also not a thing, guys.
Hollywood needs fact checkers.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, and he starts hearing the box whispering to him. And he's chill with that, apparently. Turns his eyes yellow, makes him all bumpy inside, whatever. Anyway, he starts to lose it, and I lose even more interest. And I think I might have blanked out. I know they went and picked up the box and started dragging it.
They started carrying it. There's a moment where they decide, Gunn and Angel are snarking at each other.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Gunn still has some deep-seated issues about his sister getting eaten.
Yeah. And Angel is still a dick.
Yes.
Red Demon tears off the security guard's head, and I was like, well, that took you quite a while.
Well, they wanted him to help lift the thing for
a bit. So, I mean, and I don't understand why he did it when he did, because they seem to have the same amount of trouble carrying it before and after security guard.
Because, I don't know, he was sick of his lip. The guy would not shut up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sad for him. I'm just like, oh, look, yeah, once again, you didn't need him. So
yeah. I was thinking, it's like, that would have happened with or without the crazy.
You're right.
Yep.
I wasn't really convinced the Red Demon. I felt like the Red Demon might have been immune because from what we knew about his personality beforehand, this is not out of character for him. Yeah,
and he did, when they did finally open up the chest, he grabbed it and said, this belongs to my people.
Yeah.
He's like, who the fuck are your people? Yeah. Are you one of those demon things?
I mean, we saw the drawing of the face on it, so I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I mean, different horn patterns happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's more fighting, there's more arguing, and meanwhile, Kate has gotten the tip off, and I was super fucking confused because I thought that this was happening in Vegas.
Yeah, it was never in Vegas. It was totally at the LA Natural History Museum, which does not look anything like that.
Well, I mean, fine. And so Kate decides to roll up without backup once again.
Yeah, I think her friends are setting her up.
You think so?
Yeah, because they told her, it's like, hey, your dude is involved with this thing. We think they're hitting this museum. Peace!
But she's so, I can't see why they would. It's not like she's a troublemaker within the department. She's not made she hasn't run afoul of any bad cops. She is a bad cop. She's totally into racial profiling and police brutality.
Yes. She is all about it. But she did embarrass her dad that time.
It's weird. So she breaks in, or she comes in, she holds a gun, and we see Angel bite her.
Yeah, he totally bites her. But he doesn't suck very much. Or, I mean, okay, Angel sucks a lot. Let's get that out on the table. But he doesn't actually drink her dry. So she gets to live.
Which was a really obvious thing because they've established that, at no point is Angel, by accident or on purpose, going to do anything even remotely sketchy.
Yeah, but he's super crazy right now, and that might bring out some of his more Angelus-like
But the writers have
things.
established that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's true. Even when he's being affected by blankets.
Right. With insecurity blanket.
Yes, that's what it is. It's the insecurity blanket. Oh, God, that's great. They should have called the episode that.
Yes. Yeah, so she plays dead. There's more fighting.
And then everybody gets arrested. You get arrested, and you get arrested.
Not everybody. Red Demon gets shot in the head.
Yeah, he does.
And I was kind of sad because I wanted to see more of his costume. Not of him. I want to be clear. But, yeah. And then, finally...
Angel convinces Gunn to give him the blanket, and he runs outside and burns it.
Right. Which sounds like whatever priest managed to kill this demon should have done the first time, instead of go through all the trouble of building a fucking lead-lined consecrated wood sarcophagus to keep it in.
Well, the idea was, okay, if you... Was there a demon underneath?
Yes.
Okay, so the idea was that Shroud was supposed to keep that demon at bay. So is that demon waking up now? Like, do we have to deal with that motherfucker?
I mean...
Or did all his power go into the Shroud over, like,
well, it flew
centuries?
away, so I think what they were planning is bringing this fucker back at some point. But, I don't know, it's just...
There's a lot of demons out there. This is just one of the many.
It's hard to make me care because we see so many different types of demons.
Yep.
And, like... Yeah, that are much worse than this.
Yeah, this one seems pretty ho-hum in comparison.
Right.
I mean, he's not like the mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just... Oh, and we forgot Wesley and Cordy show up, too.
Oh, yeah. And, let's see. Cordy had an interesting feminist rant about how, they always use virgin blood, and if they had used, like, male organs for things, then the world would be atheist like that. It's like, huh. I support you, feminist Cordy. Thank you for that rant.
Sure. And also she steals something from a Native American display.
I think it was the gift shop. I'm hoping.
Well, clearly they bought the props at the gift shop.
Oh, yeah. But yeah.
So.
It was a little funny at the end where she's like, I returned everything I stole, and she's totally wearing the necklace.
And it's an ugly necklace, too.
I've seen worse.
It's chunky.
That was in at that moment. Only that moment.
Okay. So, yeah, that's the episode, guys, and it's a big thumbs down.
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean, like, and this show's kind of been on a roll lately, too, so...
So the bad ones just seem worse.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, guys. So, let's... but then we have Kate looking out the window after she's been bitten.
Yeah.
And I don't feel, from what we know of Kate, that this will...
change her attitude?
Right, because, like, oh, look, you saved my life. You've done that before.
I don't care, you're still a demon.
You're still a fucking
evil.
vampire. You still have your own agenda here. I still can't trust you. Just because you don't have it out for me. Yes. I mean, doesn't mean there's not going to be another scenario where you will pick whatever heist you're running over me. Mm-hmm. This one wasn't important enough. So.
Yes. Just, sorry guys, I had to stop to yawn because talking about Kate makes me tired.
I don't understand why you don't like Kate.
'Cause she's boring?
I mean, Wesley? Angel?
I don't like Angel either, but at least, like, at least he has interesting things happening around him.
Okay. So that's the episode, and then we go into the second one, which is all about Darla.
Hey, Money. You want to go and see that Stevie Nicks drag cover band this weekend?
I can't, bitches. That is a very specific event, and it sounds tailor-made to just you and me, but I gotta do some shopping this weekend.
Shopping? You have subscription services for everything. You get your food, your clothes, your underwear, and your dildos in a box every month. What else could you possibly need?
I just finished Harry Potter a couple months ago, so now I need some Harry Potter-themed stuff, and I want to decorate my man cave with some suitably dorky accoutrement, but I don't want to support some fucking child labor or NBC Universal Shineheart. So that means I gotta go on eBay and Etsy for a whole fucking day to find the stuff made by people who actually like this stuff instead of this franchise brand-managed horseshit.
Oh, dude, I've got the thing for you. You need AccioBox.
I'm not gonna say that, because that's gonna summon a litter box to my hands, and that is gross.
No. AccioBox.com. Every month you get handmade, hand-curated Potter swag made by fans for fans out of love.
Really? Actually, I don't have a pithy comeback to that. That sounds pretty cool. What do I get?
Oh, you get 3 to 5 quality handmade items for just $39.99 a month.
$39.99 a month? I spend more than that on conditioner.
Yeah, you do, you vain son of a bitch. So, after you're done washing your fucking hair, head on over to AccioBox.com. That's ACCIO box.com. And use the promo code UNSPOILED to get 10% off your order, you cheap bastard.
Well, alright, where can I look at this stuff before I actually throw down my credit card numbers?
Check out their Instagram, @theAccioBox, and on Facebook.
Alright, I'm sold. Prep the Flu Network, I'm coming down this weekend.
AccioBox.com. Magic delivered.
So much Darla.
Yeah. So Darla is kind of relatable here in that she wants to, like, even if, like, we've seen Anya dealing with this kind of staring down the barrel of 50 years and not being able, like,
not being able to cope with her own mortality.
Well, I mean, just if I told you, like, you had 2 years to live,
yeah,
like, you'd probably have some kind of way about it. And, like, as far as Anya and Darla are concerned, that is what they're looking at. Just, you give them a generous 50 years each, and they're still like, that's nothing compared to what I've lived. That's going to go by very quickly. So she's looking for a way to fix that. And then we learn also that when she was brought back, her syphilis was also brought back.
Yeah, it was bad enough that it damaged her heart. So while they can probably, like, clear up the syphilis part about it, they can't clear up the part where her aorta is going to rupture.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know if there have been any advances, but syphilis, I think, is still very, very untreatable in the later stages. So you want to catch that shit early.
Yeah. See your doctors, guys, if you're showing any symptoms.
Right.
Anyway. But yeah, it's an easy fix if you catch it early. It's just penicillin. All done. But yeah, it killed a lot of kings and not kings in the past.
Right.
And Darla was one of them. So yeah, she's got a couple of months. We have this information from the fine doctors at Wolfram and Hart. And she goes to Angel for help. And she tells him, hey, oh, no, wait, she doesn't go to Angel for help. She goes to the vampire bars to see who will bite her. Because he's already refused.
And she has this total loser on the hook.
God, I love that
And he doesn't seem to be into her.
No, he's so not into her. He's like, no, I just kind of kill women, dump bodies. I'm good. And she's like, but don't you want a companion? And he's like, that sounds like a commitment. And I'm not, I don't think you understand this whole creature of the night thing. And she's like, it's epic. No, I mean, it's mythic. Oh my God.
I feel like she should have had, like, a backup lie in that, like, I've got 6 virgins locked in my home.
I think even that moron would have seen through it.
So, why do vampires like virgins?
Why?
If you were going to eat a sandwich, wouldn't you feel better if you knew that nobody had fucked it? That was the single greatest line from What We Do in the Shadows, which was an amazing movie, and I've heard that they're trying to make it a TV show, which is fucking amazing. So,
okay, everyone add that to your Netflix queue.
It's about 4 vampires in Australia who have a house together, and they were turned in their 20s, so they want to, like, do 20-year-old things, so they want to go out to clubs and stuff, but they can't see their reflections, so they have to draw each other when they're putting on clothes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's really stupid, and I love it.
That sounds,
It's amazing.
Yeah, really stupid and amazing. Sounds just like that.
So, yeah. It doesn't go well. Angel kills the other vampire.
Thank goodness.
And he's clear that he's not going to turn her, and she's like, I really, really want to be turned. And he's like, that's no dice. And
I really enjoyed this exchange between the two of them.
I did too. I'm just trying to drill down into, with everything we know about Angel, would he be willing to accept death to save someone he's admitted he doesn't love or never did?
If he thinks she's an innocent.
But she's not, and he knows that.
Her without vampirism counts as an innocent. It's the only way that he can accept a relief from his guilt for what he did.
That makes me even less interested in Angel as a character, because now he'll die for anyone, right?
Not just anyone, but yeah, like most people, yeah, he'll totally die for most people. It's just trying
too fucking hard.
And also, it's not that he doesn't love Darla, it's that he doesn't, because, I mean, he's obsessed with her, and he kind of wants to be with her, but he thinks that love is only for Buffy now.
I mean, yeah, Buffy is... We've trod this ground before.
Yeah. Angel has the emotional range of, like, a 15-year-old. Where...
A broody 15-year-old.
A broody 15-year-old.
Who watches a lot of anime.
Yeah, he's that kid. And it's not a real nuanced look at the different ways someone can love another person and have it be still valid as love.
Mm-hmm.
That not all love is equal, but it can still be love.
Right.
Yeah.
So he takes her to another demon bar.
Yeah.
There's a lot of demon bars.
There sure are.
How come we live in LA now? How come you've never taken me to a demon bar?
I'm saving it for your birthday. You had to ruin it.
So, demon karaoke. What should we sing?
Oh, man.
It's Raining Men?
I try to discover.
No. We're very bad at that song.
That's what makes it great.
I don't know. Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson.
Beautiful People. I think they're used to that. I think they probably get that a lot.
Okay. Anyway, he puts Darla on stage, and our maybe gay green demon says there's not much you can do. And this, I don't know, I feel like they're trying to evoke something similar to Joyce in Buffy.
Okay.
But I'm just not feeling it.
Okay. I feel her desperation.
I do not feel his.
Yeah, because Julia's a great fucking actress. She seems desperate as fuck. He seems like, okay, I could still do more with a piece of plywood with a frowny face painted on it.
Right.
Anyway.
So they find out that he needs to go jump in the pool.
Yep. There's no water in the pool.
Apparently, if you jump in the pool, you find this ancient arena, which is specifically built for vampires to save the lives of humans. How much use does that thing get, buddy?
I think that it's not actually made for vampires. I think since no one got past the first challenge, they, thought up the other challenges real quick.
But why were there crosses there?
They manifested.
So they build it on the fly?
Yeah. They're magic. They can do that. Let it go.
I mean, that's the entire fucking conceit of this. That, they're trying to build a world in which there are dark forces all around us, and they have their own operating logic, which is the best part of Angel, right? That's why it bugs me when, for the sake of a single episode, they'll bring out something that only serves for this particular episode.
I think it changes depending on who you are. The first part is always the same. You have to get past the put it together Lego demon. But once you get past that, they're gonna, personalize the challenges. So, I would have to get past, oh God, what am I afraid of?
Gluten.
Yeah, I would have to get through a room full of cupcakes and donuts.
So, yeah, he kills the demon twice and ties him up, which was kind of dumb. He went, why did he knock over the holy water?
Seriously, I think maybe the basin was stone and nailed to the floor.
Well, we saw it move. I specifically looked for that because, I was like, that's clearly holy water.
Yeah, obviously.
In the middle of the fucking hallway. And then when he runs by it the first time, it moves. And then when he goes to it the second time, it moves. So I'm like, tip that shit over.
He's not very smart. He's Angel.
Yeah. He goes through this vampire version of Saw. And then the last challenge is him accepting death in order to give life to his friend.
Yeah.
And he says yes, which I was like, fuck you, Angel. Fuck you, writers. This, it's not believable. He's lived for a couple of years now in a world without Darla. Why can't he accept that again?
He feels like he owes her something.
Why?
Because he killed her.
So? She was a demon.
He loved her for a really long time. They spent a lot of time together.
But that's not the same Darla.
Well, still. Okay, if I turned evil and you had to kill me, wouldn't you, like, sometimes look back on the good times and be like, damn, I miss her?
Yeah, but if I had to eat a bunch of mushrooms, which killed my great-grandfather, in order to keep you resurrected, not demon you from coming back again and say, sorry, bitch.
Yeah. Same.
I'm not doing it.
Samesies.
Like, yeah, not happening.
I feel you, and this is why we're friends.
Because at that point, I would have, like, made peace with you dead.
Yes.
I feel like that's a peace that he should have.
But...
Especially with an eternity in hell to contemplate it.
We're not talking about you, though, a rational person. We're talking about Angel, who hasn't got any rationality in his entire undead body.
Right. So he accepts death, and that's what it requires. And then the dude says, oh, sorry, it only works once. This has already been done to her.
Yeah. She already got her get-out-of-jail-free card. She's out.
Yep.
Live your next couple of months, Mazel Tov.
Yeah. And then
I thought that was actually a pretty good twist. No, you're not down? Fine.
Well, it's like, if it were to work,
yeah,
we would have Darla as a good person. And I'm savvy enough to know that the writers know that that's not interesting.
Yeah,
So that I knew that was never happening.
Okay.
So I thought maybe this was a goodbye to Darla, but I also didn't think that was going to happen because, like, we've had a lot of build-up for Darla. We've had a lot of time and energy invested in making Darla a character that we should care about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would let it fizzle like this.
Okay.
So, yeah, I knew the whole time that Darla is not in danger here.
Okay. So, yeah, they take Darla back to the hotel? The motel? The crappy motel? And Angel wrestles with his conscience for a minute because he's considering turning her. And she's like, no, your brave act showed me the way. I'm good now and I don't want to lose my soul.
I don't believe
Yeah,
her.
that was some poor writing bullshit.
I just don't believe that Darla would say that.
Right? And then the most awesome thing in these 2 episodes, or a lot of episodes, happens. Wolfram and Hart thugs kick down the door. They tase the crap out of Angel multiple times. They grab Darla, kind of wrestle her around to a standing position, and then in walks motherfucking Drusilla.
Yeah, Drusilla.
Looking like a boss bitch.
Drusilla is back.
Yeah, she's back.
So, and she turns Darla.
Well, she sucks from Darla and Darla sucks from her. There's more to turning than just the sucking.
Also, we both had a real big argument with Girlfriend over whether that makes Darla her own grandmother or her own great-grandmother, and I'm really mad that it took us so long to convince her.
We talked about this. Anyway, there are times when things are not easy. But yeah, we had to walk through a whole thing. It's like, no, Darla's now her own great-grandmother. And yeah, it's true, guys. I kind of wish Spike had done it so she could be on her own great-great-grandmother.
I mean, I kind of wish Angel had done it so she could sing, I am my own grandma.
That's true.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah. And so, I have some theories.
Yeah?
I think... It's like, you've been prodding at me about why is Darla back.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about it, and I don't have any good reason until now.
Okay.
I feel like Drusilla has been a client the whole time, and she wants her parents back.
Oh, she wants Mommy and Daddy back?
Yes, she wants to get Mommy and Daddy back together.
Okay.
And her cunning plan is to bring Darla back, and hopefully that will give Angel his happiness. But that doesn't work, because he won't stick it in her.
Won't he?
Yeah, and then so...
He's been doing it every night for months.
I mean, his teeth. So,
Oh.
like, he won't give her the vampire juice.
Okay.
So
he'll give her the other juice.
Yeah, it's like why Drusilla needs Wolfram and Hart to pull off the resurrection / manipulation, I don't know. But
because Drew Baby's super crazy and can't keep a thought in her head. Her crazy manifest is ADD.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I feel like Drusilla has been the big bad the whole time.
Interesting. Okay. And she just wants her family back, or is there something bigger afoot?
I hope there's not something bigger afoot.
Okay.
And I don't know that she wants her family back. Maybe she wants Angelus back. But I mean, she clearly wants them around. Maybe she's taking advantage of the power vacuum that is no master.
Okay.
To sort of assemble a dream team of vampires to rule the world.
You think next she'll go pick up Spike and take him back?
I mean, no. And
Okay.
here's why. Because she dumped his ass.
Yeah, she did.
And I kind of feel like it would be a great girl power moment if she, made him witness all this.
From the sidelines.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that would drive him nuts.
Wouldn't it?
Oh, shoot. That would be great. Ah, goddamn motherfucking Drusilla.
Right. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen next. And, it's with this last scene, I'm kind of okay with Angel again. Because...
Yeah. They
these
really
episodes...
pulled it out in the 9th hour.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be shitting on this episode because I've gotten more into Angel as it goes because they've shown some really good stuff and what they can do with it. But these were just 2 trenches of stuff that I didn't care about.
Yeah, that's fair. But hey, the plot's finally moving forward. Hooray!
So... do you remember? I don't know how up to everything you were about the Last Jedi, where everyone was mad that the detour to Canto Bight was a failure.
Yeah, I didn't see all the anger about that. I didn't care.
Yeah,
I fell asleep twice in that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the movie. I think it suffered with some pacing problems, which is probably why you fell asleep.
Yeah. So I'd like to. I agree with your pacing problems issue. Yes.
I mean, but this is like Canto Bight, but a lot worse. In that, it's just a thing, a MacGuffin to chase that turns out to not work. But the more interesting stuff is the dynamic between Darla and Angel.
Yes.
And it's just
instead of exploring that, they spend half the time fighting a Lego man and running across crosses and
really
whining
weird,
about steaks.
This really weird contrived thing just is so unsatisfying when, I'd rather have them looking in books to try and find cures.
Wow, and you hate it when they look in books to find cures.
I hate it when they open a page and they find the answer right in front of them.
No.
I don't mind them doing research. What I hate is that, here's exactly what we need to know.
Giles opens one book.
Exactly. Or Giles just knows off the top of his head, here's a book that has all of our answers. They're getting a little better about it in that Wesley and Cordy had to put together what they knew about the Shroud, which is a lot more satisfying than, here's a book that tells me everything.
The thing is, though, when you've read a lot of books, you're like, oh my gosh, I think that was in the Demon Encyclopedia Britannica under R.
Right.
Because if you read all of that...
I hate that the answers are so spelled out. That any potential problem has an answer on one single page.
Okay, fine.
You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
That they don't ever have to do any detective work.
Okay, that's fair.
They don't ever have to try and fail,
They don't go out and look for clues or beat the bushes or beat up Willie the Snitch.
So, yeah.
Okay, that's fair. And yeah, it feels like those are our episodes.
Yes, they are. So, we have a new review. And clearly it's going to be a while before she listens to this, so...
Yeah, if she gets there at all.
Right, but we'll read it, and there's a reason we didn't notice it, and it's because it's from Canada, and because with the move, and with the website loss and everything, catching up to our old avenues of doing things has taken a while. But we're finally here, so now we can see international reviews again.
Hooray!
But first, new patrons.
Yeah.
Cat of the North, Farah Jaffrey, Eisenfirst, Michael Donaghy or Donaghy? I'm going to go with Donaghy because that was 30 Rock.
I feel you.
Emily Merrill, Brett LaForge. God, I love you, Scandinavian listeners. I can't fucking pronounce your umlauts.
It's not an umlaut. That's an O with a fucking line through it.
All diegetic marks are umlauts as far as I'm concerned. You know why? Because I'm American and I don't feel like learning. Silja Irenstrom, Amit Ravani, Charles Dunlap, Sarah Giles.
Hey.
Giles. Any relation?
Of course.
Denise Booth, Timmy Goes By. Yes, I know that's time goes by, but you capitalized the M, so now you're Timmy forever. Enjoy it. Alex, Shelby Barbie, and Chess Andrews. So, welcome to the group. Make sure you're on the Facebook group. Make sure you're checking out, like, the Harry Potter reread, and Westworld, and Dark Tower, and Lost, and Vampire Diaries, and what else is going on? Orphan Black is still going strong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is that show still on?
I have no idea. I lost track of
I'm told
of things.
it's really good.
Yeah.
But I also, like, no.
Yeah.
I can't have any more shows that I have to pay attention to, you know? I need some stuff I need some shows that don't care if I tune out for half an hour because I'm doing the dishes or something, you know?
Yeah, that's what we're using Drag Race for. It's like I can unwind with my video game on my phone and just listen to drag queens being catty.
Right.
And that's relaxing after a hard day of work.
Right.
But yeah, if you're going to ask me to like pay attention to something, I can do that maybe twice a week.
And that's why, like, when I'm watching TV, I'm always cycling through shows I've already seen because, like, I need to be able to go, like, not pay attention for a few minutes and not worry about, like...
I need it to be background noise for other shit that I'm doing in my life. Exactly. I don't have time to actually sit and pay attention. Okay. This is what we've turned into. Anyway, let's do this review.
Yeah. So, from Cassie Nova in Canada, 2 months ago. Not even 2 months ago, like 6 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. I get this is supposed to be a roast. No, it's really not. It's supposed to be unspoiled, and it's supposed to be someone who has not seen it reacting to it with their 20 years later wokeness. Mm-hmm. So, you're wrong on there.
And everyone hated the first season. We're allowed to make fun of it. Anyway.
And I actually liked most of the first season. You know why?
True.
Because it was fun and it knew what it was.
You liked it better than I thought you would. I know. Was super impressed.
What my problems with the first season were when it tried to take itself seriously, which is what it was not good at.
True. Anyway, continue.
Unfamiliar with the hosts prior, but the all-white people are the same food nicknames made it hard to follow. I mean, point taken, but like I only did that for that first episode. Yeah. So, I don't even remember what they were, even though I had a contest about... It was
like mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, saltine, Aquafina.
You do remember. Okay.
Crumpet. I know there were 6. Otherwise, I'm looking forward to hear how opinions form as the cast continues. Thanks for the content. Well, thanks, Cassie. Hopefully you'll get more in and get, more into my Grindr account for Moloch and change that 3-star rating to a 5.
And you're gonna meet Jeff and get to hear about his dream of being a choreographer.
Jeff doesn't want to meet her.
Well, yeah.
He can't. She's Canadian.
Oh, yeah.
He's got security clearance.
It's true.
So.
I'm sorry, but your love for Jeff will never be realized.
Yes. Anyway. So, that's our show, guys. Like, I'm excited to keep going, but these were hard to watch. And, I need to live blog at some point. Are our next Buffy episodes live bloggers?
I have to check.
Okay.
Yeah. But, we'll see.
I'm gonna pause while you do that.
Okay. Okay. Totally live blog the second episode of Buffy next week.
What's it called?
The Triangle.
The Triangle. I actually watched that movie. And I didn't hate it.
Okay. Well, this is an episode of Buffy, and it's probably completely different.
It's about Michelle George gets on a boat and gets stuck on a time loop.
Oh, no, that's totally what happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Does she kill people?
Sure, why not?
Like, she's stuck in a time loop so much that, like, all her friends die. Uh-huh. And then, like, the bodies keep piling up because she's stuck in a time loop.
So she's got, like, 6 or 7 of this one friend.
No, she's got like 4 friends, but the time loop keeps going.
Oh.
So when they go to the room where they die, they're like, holy shit, there's a bunch of bodies of themselves everywhere.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's really gross.
Ah.
But it was a really good movie. So.
Okay.
Well, it was a really good movie to watch on a plane.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. But... So, yeah, that's our show, guys. I hope we gave you some quality content.
For these ho-hum episodes.
Yeah, like...
If you like listening to us bitch, this was your glory day.
Sorry. I've been so excited about Buffy lately that this is just...
Don't worry, it gets better.
Okay.
Okay. So, Thank you, listeners. We will see you next time.
Bye!
That was an Unspoiled Network podcast.